All right, Red Devils fans, buckle up because today's news is explosive. Cristiano Ronaldo is officially joining Manchester United. You heard that right. It's finally happening. But before we get into the full story, make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, and stick around to hear the full behind the scenes on how this unbelievable deal came together. Trust me, this is a transfer saga you don't want to miss. It's been the talk of the football world for months now, and after what feels like an eternity of speculation, Cristiano Ronaldo is back at Manchester United. Yes, you heard it right. The greatest player in the history of the Premier League is coming home to Old Trafford, where it all began. The anticipation, the excitement, the questions. How did this transfer actually happen? What went down behind the scenes to bring Ronaldo back to United? Well, grab a seat because the story of this transfer is nothing short of legendary. Let's rewind a little bit. Cristiano Ronaldo is a name that's synonymous with success, passion, and undeniable talent. We all know his story, the young high Portuguese star who arrived at Manchester United as a teenager, quickly becoming a global sensation. Under Sir Alex Ferguson, Ronaldo blossomed into one of the best players in the world, winning countless trophies and making history along the way. But then came the inevitable departure. A world record move to Real Madrid in 2009, where he went on to redefine greatness with multiple Champions League titles, Ballon d'Ors, and records that will last forever. From there, his career took him to Juventus, where he continued to perform at an elite level, racking up goals and helping the Italian giants to multiple Serie A titles. So, when whispers started circulating that Ronaldo could be returning to Manchester United, you could understand why the entire football world was buzzing. Would it really happen? Could United pull it off? For months, the press speculated, fans prayed, and pundits debated whether the dream return would ever come to fruition. And then, it finally happened. Ronaldo made it clear he wanted to leave Juventus. The reasons? There were many. A desire to return to the Premier League, a longing to play for United again, and perhaps even a bit of unfinished business after his previous departure. But despite Ronaldo's desire to leave, Juventus wasn't going to let their starman go without a fight. The Italian club had been reluctant to sell, wanting to keep their star player for at least one more season. But as the days went on, it became clear that Ronaldo wasn't interested in sticking around. His heart was set on returning to Manchester United, and it seemed that the move was inevitable. It wasn't just about playing for a club he loved. It was about returning to a league where he'd already cemented his legacy as one of the best players to ever grace the pitch. So how did this deal get done? Well, to the surprise of many, it wasn't all smooth sailing. The negotiations, which had been ongoing for weeks, reached a critical point when United finally made their move. The Red Devils, under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, knew they had to act quickly, with the likes of Manchester City also reportedly interested in bringing Ronaldo to their side. But Ronaldo wasn't interested in joining City. His heart was set on United. Behind the scenes, there was a lot more going on than most people realised. United's board were desperate to bring Ronaldo back to Old Trafford, and they made it clear that the club would do whatever it took to get the deal over the line. Ronaldo's agent, Jorge Mendes, was working overtime, pushing both United and Juventus to reach an agreement. Talks were tense, but eventually the clubs agreed on a fee that was considered a bargain in the modern market, a reported 25 million, with add-ons based on performance and appearances. But the negotiations weren't just about money. It was about the legacy. It was about bringing back the prodigal son and making a statement to the rest of the world. Ronaldo, after all, wasn't just another player. He was the player who had set the standard for what it meant to be a Manchester United superstar. He was the player who had helped United win their first Champions League in over 40 years. He was the player who had lifted the club to new heights. And now, at the age of 36, he was coming back to finish what he started. And let's not forget the emotional side of this transfer. Ronaldo's return to United wasn't just a footballing decision. It was a personal one as well. After years of playing in the white of Real Madrid and the black and white of Juventus, Ronaldo was returning to a place that had shaped him into the man he is today. The fans, the history, The legacy, it all made sense. And the fans, they couldn't have been more thrilled. The noise around Old Trafford when the announcement was made was deafening. Fans were in disbelief. How could this happen? Was it really true? But once the deal was done and the official announcement was made, it quickly became clear that Ronaldo's return was a game-changer for Manchester United. The impact of his arrival cannot be understated. First and foremost, it gave the club a massive boost in terms of both morale and stature. United had been struggling to recapture the glory days of the Sir Alex Ferguson era, but with Ronaldo in the squad, there was suddenly a renewed sense of belief. Ronaldo wasn't just a signing, he was a symbol of United's desire to return to the top of English football, and a symbol of the club's ambition to win the biggest trophies once again. Now, what does Ronaldo bring to the team on the pitch? Well, where do we start? He's Cristiano Ronaldo, one of the most prolific goal scorers in the history of the game. The Portuguese forward is still in incredible shape, and his physical attributes, combined with his footballing intelligence, mean he can continue to perform at the highest level for several years to come. Ronaldo's ability to score goals is unmatched, and his arrival gives United a genuine world-class forward who can be relied upon to deliver in big moments. Whether it's a last-minute goal to win the game or a brilliant header from a corner, Ronaldo has the ability to make the difference when it matters most. But it's not just about his goals. Ronaldo's leadership and mentality are key to what he will bring to the team. This is a player who has won it all. He's a winner, and his mentality is infectious. His work ethic, his drive, his ambition, these are qualities that will inspire the entire squad. Players like Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, and Mason Greenwood can learn from Ronaldo's attitude and commitment to excellence. His experience will be invaluable, especially in the big games, and his presence in the dressing room will give United an edge that they've been lacking. And it's not just the players on the pitch who will benefit from Ronaldo's return. The fans are already feeling the excitement. United supporters, who have had to endure years of mediocrity, now have someone to rally behind. The anticipation around Ronaldo's first game back at Old Trafford is absolutely palpable. The crowd will be electric, and the atmosphere will be something special. It's not just a transfer, it's a cultural moment. Ronaldo is a Manchester United legend, and his return is a moment that will go down in history. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. While Ronaldo's return is undoubtedly exciting, the challenge for United is clear. They have to build a team around him that can compete for titles. The Premier League is as competitive as ever, with Manchester City, Liverpool, and Chelsea all looking strong. But with Ronaldo in the team, United now have a focal point. They have someone who can win games on his own, someone who can lead the charge. It's up to Solskjaer to build a system that brings out the best in Ronaldo and the rest of the squad. So, what's next for United? Well, they now have the most dangerous forward in the world back in their ranks. But there's still work to be done. United need to strengthen in other areas of the squad, especially in midfield and defence, if they want to challenge for the Premier League and the Champions League. Ronaldo's return is the first step, but it can't be the last. The club will need to continue investing in top-quality players to ensure they have the squad capable of winning trophies. Now it's your turn, Red Devils. What do you think about Ronaldo's return? Do you think he can lead Manchester United to glory once again? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, share this video with your mates, and don't forget to subscribe for all the latest updates on United and everything happening at Old Trafford. This is just the beginning of what promises to be an exciting season for Manchester United. So buckle up, stay tuned, and as always, come on United.